Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
Ben, are you getting another tattoo?
Jesus, man, slow down.
I think this one's being removed. You know, honestly, I can't tell anymore. I think this is a removal, but truthfully, y'all, I'm doing this in solidarity with a listener of ours.
I think he's just like paying people to hurt you.
Either way, I got a feeling we're going to hear all about it on today's episode of Advice Fight.
Oh, that one felt good.
Gross. Hello and welcome to another episode of Advice Fight, the competitive advice podcast. My name is Adam Caton-Holland.
I'm Ben Roy.
And I'm Andrew Orbital.
And on this podcast, we're here to really offer advice to people to solve all of the world's problems, and we always do that, but it is about winning.
Moreover,
we like to help. More than that, we like to win. And all of us are here to play the game, to compete against one another, to win this episode.
Exactly.
Today's episode is going to be very fun because we will get to the letter soon here, but producer Ron is gone. Producer Ron is on an Italian vacation with his family, he says. But that means there's nobody reining us in. There's no one.
They're in Dubuque.
No, they're driving from here to Long Island, stopping at as many Olive Gardens as they can between here and there.
Ron's
and
on
those are the pictures he sends us.
Ron's on a chicken parm tour of New Jersey, and we're not impressed. But that means there's no one giving us the wrap it up. There's nobody like mad at our riffs. There's nobody sighing when we deviate from the script. We can do whatever we fucking want in this episode. And Ron,
no teacher.
School's out.
Can you imagine Ron overseas with his Irish American family just fucking garishly upset that there's not 4 cheese and spinach ravioli on more menus over there? You know that's happening.
No, Ron's cool.
No, Ron is cool. He's
Don't
more...
fucking kiss his ass because he's gone. We all hate Ron.
He's going to put this in the edit.
We all talk about it all the time.
He's going to edit this, and he could ruin us in the edit.
You guys are going for some sort of weird win. You're already thinking maybe Ron will have to be pulled in at the end of the episode, so you're kissing a little Ron ass. But I know my man Ron appreciates honesty. None of us like you, Ron. We've never liked you, and we're glad you're not here to get in the way of our riffs.
Ron, make his voice super high-pitched while he's doing that. You should totally... That would be cool.
We've got a letter from a listener who has a tattoo.
It would be funny if he did it.
I hope it's happening right now.
We've got a letter from a listener who has a tattoo that they're a little embarrassed by, and they want to get it removed or do something creative with it. And we will read that letter later, but I want to ask you guys, and Ben, I'll let you go second. Do you have any tattoos that you may have regretted a little bit? And so, Andrew, I'll pose the question to you. Do you have any tattoos that you may have regretted a little bit?
Why would it?
Hey, Ben, Andrew has the floor, and it could be nice if you respected the rules of advice fight parliamentary procedure. Andrew does have.
You know, I really don't. Even the ones that there have been windows in my life that I maybe regretted them.
That you maybe left open and the child of your soul toppled out of.
Oh no!
My riff was that Andrew has the Windows 95 icon on the small of his back.
Yes, which I just want to update it to Windows 11. Yeah.
And then it just says loading ... beneath it.
Amazing. My tattoos, my most regrettable tattoos, I think, would be the ones I have on my shoulders, which are like kanji symbols. And the first one I got the way everyone should get their first tattoo. I went into the shop with nothing in mind, and I was like, I'm not leaving until I pick a tattoo out of the flash art here. And so I got this tattoo that, according to the flash art book, said it means do the best in whatever you decide to do.
Hey, that's not what a good message.
Which is like something from a fortune cookie.
Message.
I love that you got that and then you decided to ignore it.
But then people shut up, and then people. But then people who actually read Japanese have seen it, and they said it means scholar or like bookworm.
I mean,
bookworm.
You're
I do
very
like
smart.
books, but
You're a
I
very
wouldn't
smart
call myself
person.
a bookworm, nor would I have gotten a tattoo in Japanese
Oh my
kanji
God, dude.
that says bookworm. So that one, you know, I think back, I'm like,
What's the other one say? It says
the other one is the year I was born. It's
it
the
says
symbol of the year of the
Tso's
dragon.
Chicken.
Yeah.
No, what's it
Year
say?
of the Dragon, 1941, the year Andrew was born.
Let's shut up.
He's a Pearl Harbor. Andrew's a Pearl Harbor baby.
Pearl Harbor baby.
Well, Andrew got it.
Somebody was fucking, you know? Somebody was fucking.
They weren't all getting blown up, I'll tell you that.
Andrew got it in commemorating when he witnessed the first dragon being born. You were at the cracking of its egg.
Yep.
Okay, that's a little bit cooler. I guess if you're going to be creative with them, I'll allow it. Yeah, those two. But even those, now I'm like, you know what? They are what they are. They've gone blue. The ink is so old, and I'm fine.
They're all part of the story that is Andrew Orvidal that I love so much.
It's gone blue and the ink is old, so it's like your joke writing.
Okay.
All right, Ben. You got any tattoos you're ashamed of, pal?
Oh, shut up. Yeah, of course.
What's the one you're most ashamed of?
If you could go back, if you had a free time machine trip,
Just
and they're
not
like,
get one.
it's tattoos only. You can't go back and change history.
This tribal down the center of my arm, even though it's not.
You've hidden it so well, though, with all the other stuff.
Yeah, this I would. It's literally, I was afraid when I got my first tattoo to go around my arm because I thought it would hurt.
Like the veins on the inner arm type of thing?
Well, you know, like, I mean, like they were like, the artist was like, this feels more like an armband and for your first tattoo.
You did get it in a stick. It's like a bookmark.
Just straight up my arm, tribal.
I think that's all you had on that forearm when I met you.
I mean, literally, that was the only tattoo on my body was just this one tribal.
Vertical is something you don't
my
see.
arm.
You don't see that
So weird.
very often.
It's very weird. Like a
And it
scaffolding.
doesn't wind
And-
around. It's just straight up.
When I first got it, I would like walk around with like my arms out and just be like, fuck yeah, I got a tattoo. And it was like, and the best part is it wasn't, you see these like the sides of it. This wasn't here. It was literally just this thin center tribal that was clearly meant to be an armband. It'd be like putting a Celtic knot thing
It's
just
a
in a
bookmark.
straight.
Straightening it out.
Yeah, just
very
straightening it up your arm. And so I got that, and everybody was like, that looks stupid. And so I just.
And you're like, I'll show you.
I'll make my life about this.
Yeah.
No, it's. I think everybody does it when they first get tattooed. I think a lot of people, when you're young, you're afraid of or you're worried what the sensation is going to be like and then pain. And then when I first got that one, I was like, oh shit, that didn't hurt. I could have gone around my arm. But now it's disrupting the flow of anything. So now I just tattooed all around it.
You can barely see it now.
Yeah, but overall, like Andrew, I would say that for the most part, I would never necessarily laser or cover anything up, just because it is, to me, they're all funny stories. Even my misspelled tattoo that I've talked about 1,000 times, they're all like, now it's, I don't know, it's just, you guys don't even notice it. Like you said, it all just blends into a sleeve. So it doesn't, it doesn't make a difference. I do have the words so fucking lucky tattooed on the back of my arm that I didn't know the artist was going to put there.
What?
What?
That wasn't in the drawing.
He just like riffed it?
He just riffed so fucking lucky?
Yeah, you can see it's right there.
What?
And that was the only time where I was like, yeah, I probably...
That's like should be a crime. You can't just
add
words to a tattoo because you feel like it.
You riff on it.
But in the end, like, I do feel... like
I gave you a live, laugh, love on the back of your neck.
What the fuck?
Well, it was a buddy of mine, and honestly, it is so light. You could cover it up fairly easy. But in the end, like, now I kind of laugh at it. And I do feel fortunate that I get to, like, do a lot of the shit that I do. And
shut up. Don't turn it positive. That's no way.
I'm trying to, because the man scarred my body.
I do find it inspirational that the tattoo artist just inscribed words on me non-consensually.
You should add so fucking lucky strike and see if you can get the cigarette company to pay you to get the box on your arm.
Or the bowling alley.
Totally.
I don't think there's anything else that I
Nothing
truly
else?
regret.
Okay.
Adam, you're very like calculated with
I
what
mean, I
you
got
have
all
tattooed.
mine later in life. They're all birds and they're all from this cool artist. The only one that I got later in life that was frivolous was the Grolix symbol that we did for a challenge on this podcast. And I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love all my tattoos.
I would definitely say when I see that, when you take your shirt off, I'm like, what a frivolous tattoo. That's what I always say.
Yes.
Frivolous man, boy, with your frivolous tattoos.
I'm a coward, though. All my tattoos are hidden. They're like on my torso, so you only see them if I take my shirt off. And I think about getting ones that are visible, but then I also think, you're just turned 45. You're going to get your first visible tattoo, you fucking loser. That's just not a cool
well,
thing.
okay. You didn't need to say something like that. I did just get my first...
It feels like a midlife crisis, so I'm like, and now there's one on my forearm and neck.
I did just get my neck and my...
But yours have been visible the whole
and
time.
behind the ear.
And behind my
so
ear.
Ben could have worn a business shirt, but now he's kind of fucked. Oh, his hands are tattooed.
Yeah, no, Ben's not getting a job.
No.
He could be a chef.
Yeah, you can do what you're doing, or you can be a chef, and that's it.
I could be a sous chef for sure, but not
Everybody thinks you're
executive
awesome because
chef.
of your tattoos, but you just have no skills at all.
When that show Corporate was on the air, that on Comedy Central, when they asked me, they were like, "We have a part we want you to play on it." I was like, "Yes, man, this is flattering." And they're like, "You're perfect for it." And I was a chef. I was a TV chef.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
So
Well, let's get to this letter and see how we can help another person, how we can save another life, dudes.
I can't wait.
Let's
I can't wait.
do it.
Hey doctors, let's clock in. It's time to
Clock
save some
in,
lives.
doctors. Ka-chunk.
Can we put in a little ka-chunk of our... Yes.
Whatever the sound of doctors clocking in sounds like.
Well, they don't use it electronically.
I'm pretty sure they use the time cards they punch in the hospital.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
Hey,
do.
you forgot to punch in, Dr. Ellis. God damn it.
Well, guess I'm not getting paid this shift. Fuck.
All right.
All right, I'll read it. I'll read it here. I've got it right up in front of me. Hey, boys, longtime fan, and I never thought I'd have an issue that you experts could weigh in on until now.
That's
Wow,
how you
life-
start. You're a
That
longtime
is.
fan, you're experts. Just a
Experts is all caps,
little
too.
spoonful of sugar.
And
That's all we
I
ask.
do think it is an arrogant start to the letter saying that they never thought like life is perfect.
Oh,
for
you know,
these
I
people.
forgive.
I think a lot of
forgive
people go through life
hubris in our fans.
without thinking they need competitive advice given to them. They could be forgiven for that.
I forgive them. I'm going to choose to be bigger today.
Choose to be bigger. Do you have that tattooed on you anywhere, Ben? You might want to check. Next time you get moles checked at the doctor, why don't you get a word check while you're back there? Hey, are there any unexpected words on my on the back of my body?
Yeah, it says choose to be bigger.
It's just so fucking lucky on the back of your arm. What?
Beside it, there's the outline of a penis pump, and it says "Choose to be bigger."
It says "coffee, wine, nap" on the small of your back.
Oh my god, I would get that tattooed. Oh my god, that'd be
That's
so funny.
you. That is you. Coffee,
Yes.
wine,
Nap. Yeah.
Just as a quick aside, I know I just started reading the letter. Remember we were riffing about me getting to infinity and beyond tattooed on me?
Yes.
One of our listeners has been championing me actually getting that tattoo on my lower back. And I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
I love listener challenges for Andrew. I really do.
Yes.
Honestly, I think we could, if we get to a certain Patreon number, Andrew
We can
will
make
do
that
it.
the goal.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that. Andrew, what number of
infinity
Patreon do we
and
need
beyond.
to infinity beyond
If
on
we
your
get to
body?
400
million.
subscribers,
I'll sleep on it.
dude, don't sleep on it.
Don't
do you
sleep
care
on
about
it. Do it now. Ron's
Adam
gone.
and I?
We can do anything.
Do you care about Adam and I, or do you not care about your two bestest friends?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So, okay, so we're at 338 right now. If we can
Okay.
get to 400,
400
another
Patreons.
62 Patreon subscribers, and you're listening there.
There it is. Challenge issued. If we get to 400 Patreons, Andrew will get a To Infinity and Beyond tattoo on his face. You heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah, paid Patreons. There's a
Paid
that
Patreons.
doesn't count.
Andrew, go ahead and finish the letter.
See, I'm on the line here. I could go free Patreons too, but all right. Andrew, go ahead. Go ahead.
We just had 62 email subscribers. So, well, time to go get my
Promises is
Right above the
promises.
eye. To infinity and beyond, right above the
Oh
eyebrow.
my
Get it on your
god.
eyelids so when you blink, we see it.
Oh, like Wheezy's Fear God.
Is that what it says?
Or is it like something about sleep? I'm going to look this up. Go ahead, Andrew. Read the
Okay,
letter.
I'll
tell
read.
in
You
a second.
look it up.
Then we'll get to the bottom of it while Andrew reads this letter.
All right, here's the letter. Here goes. Last year, my wife of nearly 20 years and I separated. In my emotional turmoil and angst, I decided to get a tattoo, thinking this would be a symbol of everything we had and a message to myself to keep moving forward.
Dumbass.
Now, more than a year later, I'm not 100% on the tattoo. It's on a prominent area, and I think it's a little too big, too obvious, and extremely nerdy. So, what do you think? Do I keep it as is, as a memento of that time, or work getting it lasered off, or maybe you have some other creative solution? Thanks for any help. Anonymous from Patreon.
Before we get to that, let's deal with the most important issue at hand. It does.
Okay, what's he
he's
got?
Fear God.
Okay, so Ben was right.
So you're going to get
Lil Wayne does
to
have Fear God on his
infinity
eyelids.
and beyond when you're asleep.
my eyelids. Oh my god. That's so many words to get it on the eyelids.
People will be like, it just, what is this? Afflaminate? Something.
And when you're sleeping-
and beyond.
And when you're sleeping, Ben and I will stand over your bed and we'll say, "Shh, don't wake him. He's gone off to infinity and beyond."
Oh, gosh.
And when I'm dead in the open casket, there.
And also, anybody who joins Patreon now will be invited to Andrew's open casket funeral.
That's just one of the
Whenever-
perks.
I hope it's many years from now, but whenever it does occur, you are invited to Andrew's open casket funeral to see the tattoo that you pushed him to get.
Well, we've got our question now.
We got the question. Let's take a break. We'll take a break. We're going to mull this over for a couple minutes. You're going to hear some ads unless you're on Patreon enjoying the ad-free feed, but we'll be back. We're going to tackle this person's tattoo problem competitively, so stick around.
Meta AI is the personal AI to help you with whatever you need. Plus, it meets you where you are. Not only is Meta AI now an app, but it's also on the apps you already know and love: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. Plus the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. It's easy to access wherever you are. So whether you're talking or texting, Meta AI is convenient to use throughout your day. Experience our newest AI that's tailored to you by downloading the Meta AI app. Try the Meta AI app today on the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Shopping is hard.
I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I buy my clothes the same place I buy my groceries.
There's a better way. Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you.
That was easy.
Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone. Free shipping and returns. No subscription required. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
We are back. Thank you to all of you who stayed through the ads, and thank you to the people on Patreon who didn't even listen to ads. Thanks for supporting us on the Patreon. Let's get to 400. Let's get Andrew that tattoo. Our listener, our letter writer, had a divorce tattoo, I think is what
I mean, that's what it would be called. Yeah.
He had a divorce tattoo.
I have a divorce tattoo.
What's your divorce tattoo? This is hold on.
I have a divorce tattoo.
Oh, fucking A. What are your guys'?
We should have talked about that. That would have made more sense.
It would have, but we were having fun issuing challenges about infinity and beyond. Ben,
It's
what's your
both
divorce
regrettable
tattoo?
tattoos and divorce tattoos.
Let's call them divorce tats. What's your divorce tat?
I mean, I think I just got tattoos because I just wanted to get tattoos after I divorced.
The old ball and chain wasn't breathing down your neck editorially telling you what to get tatted.
Yeah, Crystal, famous anti-tat.
I got the knife edges of my hands that are almost gone now. And they say, be fierce and be wise. That was my Beyonce tattoo.
Did they tell you they were going to put that on there before they put it on there?
No, I went in for the birds. And he was like, by the way, I put be fierce and be wise.
Thanks. You see that in the Target sweatshirt section today? Thanks, dude.
Hey, Ben, may I just say, as someone who's seen you go through this divorce, you've been fierce and wise the whole time since it happened.
Everybody knows I've handled it with a stoicism and a wisdom that could only be that's normally
Maybe you should get him
relegated
updated to be unhinged, be batshit, and then you'd feel more secure.
Andrew, what's your divorce tat, bro?
Be unhinged and be batshit.
Oh yeah, these are from my divorce.
Cool.
It sounds like it went really well. I've got two. They weren't like directly related to my divorce, but maybe like Ben, I was, you're in the divorce mindset. You're like,
Right,
I gotta update.
It's in there. It's in your head as you made this decision.
So I got a big piece of my daughter with some feathers behind it on one leg, and then on the other leg I have
tattoo.
Athena, goddess Athena, on the other leg with some feathers. Got those, pretty quickly after I got divorced. Again, in a 1-2 session. I like my tattoos symmetrical, and I like getting them like back to back.
Okay.
Although the producer Ron tattoo is kind of lopsided.
No, look, it's I
right.
balance
That's
it
right.
out
That's
because
right.
I got
forgot
my
about that.
kids' art, and then I was like, well, I need something on the other side.
Yep.
That's great. I love that one of Jupe's art.
Yep.
All right. Well, we've got to get.
We've got our marching
to
orders.
our-
This is a person who got 20 years married. They got a divorce tattoo. They didn't tell us what I love best about this letter. They did not come with a picture, nor did they actually tell us what it is. They say, I'm
Right,
not
they just said
100% on the
something nerdy.
tattoo.
They give us a hint.
It's on a prominent area. They
Okay.
don't tell us what that is. And I think it's a little too big, too obvious, and extremely nerdy. So it's on us to intuit what they're talking about. What did they get tattooed, and where is it? So that'll be part of the challenge.
The only thing they told us, a little too big, obvious, and extremely nerdy. Like they're having some big regrets about this tattoo. It's quite clear.
So they want to know, do they keep it as a memento of that time? Do they work getting it lasered off? Or maybe we have some other creative solution.
Who won the last one?
I think Adam
I
won
did.
the last one. So
I
Adam
destroyed the last one
chooses
by
the
telling
order.
someone going back to the office to start smoking, which was just the best.
Sometimes the
advice we've ever had.
simplest
It's so
advice
fucking
is the
good.
best advice.
And I hate
Hall
giving
of
you
Fame,
credit for something.
first ballot Hall
but it
of
was
Fame advice.
the right answer. Start smoking.
That means I will go last today, and I also will determine the order of who goes first. I would like to hear from the tattoo expert himself, Ben Roy.
Oh, shit.
First.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me get my timer.
God.
I don't have it.
Oh, great. This is going to be like Andrew finding his keys. We'll be here 5 minutes as Andrew tries to find his goddamn timer.
All right, Ben, are you ready? Get in there.
Honey, where's the timer?
Get into the Toctagon. You make it sound like I'm using like a physical stopwatch. It's my phone and I can't find it.
I picture you using an egg timer that your huskies are throwing around in the backyard right now, and you got to wrangle it away from them.
They could be. All right, Ben, I'm going to count you down here. You're in the Toctagon.
Oh, man.
3,
I didn't expect to go first.
1. That's Adam's game. Advice.
Yes. Okay. So very little information is provided here. Going off the clues, saying that it is in a prominent area. I'm going to say it's chest tattoo. That's what I'm going to say. Center of the chest, a la.
He could have a big old ass. You don't know.
Well, could be.
Yeah, don't ass shame
I'm gonna
anyone.
but this is mine.
I didn't say it was bad.
This is
I'm saying Ben is ass shaming them.
I'm not.
But more importantly, we're sidetracking him.
Yeah.
Well, you guys
body shaming a fucking guy who went through a divorce.
I'm not body shaming. I'm saying it's in the center of his chest. Okay,
Projection.
that's not body shaming. You know, like what's his face from Dusk Till Dawn. You know, like right in the center, like an old prison tattoo, kind of grayed.
George Clooney, the Clune Hound.
No. The guy who owns the donut shops in Los Angeles.
Quentin Tarantino.
Los Angeles.
It's the best I can do.
The guy who owns the
You've
donut
got a minute
shops.
left.
No, I don't. Well, I'm calling in penalty time because you guys keep interrupting.
Danny Trejo.
But anyway, he said it's in a prominent area, so I think part of this should be guessing what it is. And I think it's a little too big, too obvious, and extremely nerdy. I'm going to say this is a tattoo on the center of the chest of Michael Moore because that's all I can get from that. It's too big, it's too obvious, and it's extremely nerdy.
Of Bowling for Columbine.
They're
fame?
both huge fans. Fahrenheit 911, like they were all
Michael and me.
Yes, exactly. He and his ex-spouse. His ex-spouse hated
Big
Michael Moore.
Moorheads.
No, Mike hated Michael Moore. Hated his love.
They used to follow him on tour. They used to camp
No,
out.
they don't, because remember he got it as a divorce. His partner hated it, and our writer thought always had to hide his love of Michael Moore, and then in an impulsive moment, drunk in Las Vegas, gets a full chest tattoo of Michael Moore. And so
I love that.
What I want you to do is not get rid of it. My actual advice, don't get rid of the fucking tattoo. Either build off it in some way, get creative as to where you are at now, and try to incorporate it because it is still a part of your life. I've always felt that. I think that when you look at all your tattoos, it's like rock or, strata. You're looking at different points in your life, and
That's right.
Shut up, Adam.
Okay,
Cool. Because all of us are so put together that we figured it all out, and that it was all going to be birds. Some of us didn't get to birds so quickly. Some of us took a little while to get to birds. So I would say that, and if you need an idea, we watched Michael Moore at one of the True TV dance parties, aggressively trying to get Snoop Dogg to pay attention to him. I don't know if you remember that. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Snoop Dogg spinning records, and Michael Moore keeps kind of trying to shimmy in beside him to like get Snoop to pay attention to him, but Snoop clearly didn't give a shit about him. It was pretty cool little scene. So I'm thinking you put like Snoop there spinning a record, you know what I mean? And like Michael Moore, like trying to come in to the like picture. And this is you trying to get into your new life, trying to get into the good graces of your new life. And that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to say, don't get rid of it. Try to figure out a cool way to integrate it into something new, because that is a part of who you are. That's my advice. Done. And I went a little long because you guys interrupted me like dumb motherfuckers. And I'm tired of you guys doing it because you try to throw me off because you know that riffing is not my strong suit. And you guys know.
What is your strong suit?
Heart.
Is that also tattooed on you? My strong suit is heart. You might want to check. I
don't know. Honestly, there's some stuff done on my back that I didn't ask about. So that's my answer.
All right. Okay.
My answer. Andrew, you're up. You're getting into the talk on now.
All right. Count me down.
Well, before we go, how are you feeling about this? Do you have a line on what you're going to do?
I mean, it's tricky.
Do you?
It's tricky. Not having any of the particulars makes it tricky. Because giving somebody tattoo advice and having absolutely no idea on any of the particulars of the tattoo is tough.
I think that's the point with mine, is that you can't point at one that's covered over and go, I had this, someday. These are stories, and great stories are that's all we have. This is what we keep. So, Andrew, you're in the talk.
So it says down the back of Ben's thigh. Great stories is all we have.
And it's on the left thigh. I call it the driver's side thigh. Andrew, you're in the Talktagon. Get ready. All right, you're locked in. 3, 2, 1. Advice.
Okay. What do we got? It's a little too big, too obvious, and extremely nerdy in a prominent area. I'm thinking, what's more prominent than the forehead, right? This is a forehead, and I think the sister has Baby Grogu tattooed on their forehead.
Who is Baby?
The little Yoda from The Mandalorian.
Oh, boy. Jesus Christ.
Andrew.
I think
Jesus Christ.
that's what they've got tattooed.
And here we go.
It's like the fact that he just leads with like we're supposed to know Baby Grogu.
You don't know that his name is Grogu?
I saw people. No, I watched one or two of those. I was like, what is this?
You don't know his name is.
It's Lil Yoda. L-I-L.
I think
Yoda.
I think the real name is in the cultural zeitgeist. I don't think that's that weird of a reference. Fine, Baby Yoda.
We're quite confident that you don't think that's that
He's
weird
got
of a reference.
Baby Yoda.
You led with it.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. That's something everyone would understand.
All we needed,
God.
Adam and I needed something
Thank
we
you.
could latch on to. Give us a bigger handhold. Okay, that's all we're asking.
Pathetic. This sister has Baby Yoda tattooed on their forehead, a symbol of the good times and a symbol of the bad times. But what are you going to do with it? Well, Ben already suggested you just leave it and get it turned into a piece. Sure, you could get a whole Star Wars mural going down your jawline into your neck. Sure, you could go that route. You can also, what a lot of people don't realize with skin, you don't have to get it lasered off to remove it. You can also cut it off and stretch it and turn it into a lampshade. Yeah, like serial killer Ed Gein. You can just go ahead and make a skin lampshade. Boom, you've got
your own
yourself
skin.
Yeah, a Baby Yoda lampshade. Ben's face.
No, I want to ask Andrew. Andrew, hold on, Ben. Do you know how quickly the skin will grow back or risk of infection?
You know, I'm not going to get into the particulars of it. You'll figure it out. You know what? You'll figure it out. Hopefully you've got great insurance.
So people are going to come into this house and find this, like,
they're going to give you, think of the conversation piece.
Decomping fucking photo of Yoda that's stretched.
You don't put that in the living room. That's a bedroom lamp.
And I mean, how much skin is on this person's forehead?
It's going to be stretched out. Well, it's a little lamp, you know. It's like a reading lamp. It doesn't have to be huge.
Oh, and the scarring on the forehead is going to be pretty
medical
severe
science
for a while.
is so advanced now. They're going to give you a graft probably from somewhere on your leg. It's not. No one's even going to be able to tell. Maybe you'll have a few little lines here and there. Boom!
Right.
You got a lamp out of it, a Baby Yoda lamp, no less, and you got rid of the tattoo. And you got a clean slate.
So now, instead of having... we'll stop there, Andrew.
Yeah. That's my time. That's my time.
So now...
We assumed you were finished.
Instead of having a Yoda tattoo just on your forehead to remind you, Baby Yoda.
Baby Grogu.
Now you have a gigantic, hideous scar and a lamp.
It's not going to be gigantic and hideous.
And a reading lamp to remind you of.
I like to think of that scar as a third eye that represents newfound clarity.
See, Adam gets it.
Of being post-divorce.
No, Adam's playing a game with you. He's trying to work himself into your good graces to pull down another W.
And it's working.
So you're saying with this one,
little disturbing,
not to have it lasered off,
cut it off, stretch it into a lamp. I think it's pretty understandable.
He says cut it off and stretch it into a lamp.
Yeah,
and then maybe if you need it, get a skin graft or something. Seek medicine if it's not going well.
Seek medicine.
You are going to need a skin graft when you remove your own forehead skin.
Adam says, "Seek medicine."
Seek medicine, and that's written on the back of Ben's calf.
along with my blood type. That's what's
Seek
tattooed on it.
medicine.
Always tattoo your blood type so they know.
In the case I'm found, seek medicine.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Imagine them trying to find Ben's blood type and all of the tattoos. It's somewhere on here. Oh my god.
Hurry, he's dying.
Oh,
Is that a
not
zero?
my-
No, it's a fish's eyeball. God damn it.
Nope.
Did you even clock in yet today, doctor? Jesus.
A negative. No,
Nice.
that's not mine. That's an ex-girlfriend's of mine. I had that tattooed on me as well. All right, Andrew, that was
mine.
horrifying.
All right.
And apparently this listener is not getting any actual answers. Adam, you are up.
Adam, it's your turn.
I'm ready. I'm ready to play the
All
game.
right, Adam,
All right.
you're being shut in there.
3, 2, 1. Advice.
I think Ben is right. I think the most prominent area is probably the chest. It's right in the front. It's the most real estate on the body. The back is an equal amount, but that's not prominent. So I think it's right on his chest. And I think a lot of divorced men probably make the same mistake that this guy made, which is getting a very detailed portrait of his wife's face on his chest, his ex-wife's face.
Post-divorce.
Yes, because he was still missing her. He was really still missing her, and he was having a hard time letting go. And he thought, I want her on me forever.
Oh, okay.
And now, after a while, he's like, I'm through it. I'm over her. And he's regretting having to look at her face all the time on his chest. And so he's like, that was embarrassing. I was heartsick, and I shouldn't have done that. I need to get rid of it. And you don't. What you need to do now is make her the woman you always wanted her to be.
Oh my
now,
God.
you can add huge cans. Very like comical, like size E mega cans. Okay? And then you can keep going.
Size
do whatever
E
you
mega
want.
cans.
Yeah, just melons. Just like hurt your back melons. Cascading down. Maybe you wanted your wife, I don't know what's going on. You wish she had a dick. Pop one on there. You can do whatever you fucking want. And you can also list on the side of the things you disliked about her. Just attributes about what you disliked about her. How she was always breathing down your fucking neck. How she didn't like it when you went out with the buds. You know what I mean? Just like things that you hated about her. And if you want to be kind, pros and cons, you can list them both on the side. But this is a chance to make her the woman that you wish she had been for you, not the woman that pushed you away. And so, in a way, you can almost fix your relationship through the story you tell on your body. And it may have gone wrong IRL, but on your torso, the story is yours to tell. So make your ex-wife the woman you needed her to be the whole time. And that if she had been, this would still be going.
A size E
But
mega
it's
can.
E mega canned.
With size E mega cans and maybe a dick.
Mega can non-nagger is what you're saying. Like somebody who does not
I
nag
am
you.
not saying that. I am not putting words into his mouth. But there are things he could say.
But you are putting boobs
things she
on his
did wrong.
chest.
You are, yeah, you're not putting words in his mouth, but you are putting huge tits on his chest.
Yes.
What if
that's
they're so
exactly
big
it.
that his nipples are those nipples? That'd be fun. You know, a little
So just a tiny
collusion.
little head,
Yeah.
but with a pair of huge cans that extend all the way to his own nipples.
Like the cans could be 3 times the size of the head. I don't know. Because I didn't see the original reference art. But I do think there is a whole palette to play with fixing your ex-wife
You're out of
on
time.
your body.
You are way out of time, Adam.
I've still got more.
But yet you are
But yet, yes, you are done, Adam. And actually,
somehow strangely creepier than mine, which
exactly.
was so
I was
creepy.
just gonna say, Adam managed to make his more troubling than yours.
No. It's like a story went wrong, and now you get
There's
to write the
literally
story.
no actual like violence or wounds, but it's still more troubling.
The narrative went wrong for this dude, and this is a chance to write the narrative, and you guys don't understand that? That's weird to me.
The big argument that I have
It's like you're
with
fixing
Adam, the
history.
big argument that I have with yours is that yours is sort of just mine. Mine was don't get rid of the tattoo, integrate it into something new. And so you basically took my idea.
Yeah, but your idea was Michael Moore as if that wasn't enough. You're like, I got to bring in Snoop to make this story more interesting. Mine was like, this is about her. Fix her.
No, but I think that mine, Snoop, was more about the person who's trying to get in touch
Snoop
with
was
something
the
cool.
breasts. Snoop was your breasts.
Yes, Snoop.
Your huge cans.
No, because yours is fixing his ex-partner's problems in the tattoo, whereas mine is saying you are Michael Moore and you are trying to be cooler now, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, then we'll hash that out in Act 3.
We've got our advice.
Who's going to win this?
No, we're going to vote. You can't vote for yourself, and there can only be one winner. It's going to be tough because we have 3 pretty different pieces of advice here, but
we actually it's not going to be difficult because once again we only have one piece of advice that is actually real
then
advice.
Shut up, we're taking a break. We're going to take a break. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Stick around.
In golf, precision is everything, on and off the course. PGA of America chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business for smooth operations and seamless transactions. Together, we enhance ticketing and concessions for better fan experiences from gate to green. This is pro-level efficiency. This is PGA of America with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
We are back. It is time for us to choose a winner. Ben is stubbornly saying that only he gave the real advice, even though his advice was get Snoop Dogg to your Michael Moore.
That was not my
that's
advice.
real?
My advice at the end was, anyway, we'll get to it.
Yeah, let's recap. What was your advice, Ben? Short and sweet.
Well, we had this listener who got a post-divorce tattoo.
Short and sweet.
Prominent
for real.
place. No, I'm giving a recap for the third actors, and so
fucking Russian novel.
Giving an idea of what to do, and mine was to not be ashamed of it. It's a part of your life. It's a part of where you've been, and if you really want to integrate it into a much larger piece, make something bigger that represents who you are, and find a creative way. Covering it up just doesn't erase it, doesn't erase that time, and you could potentially talk about it down the road. You could tell the story. Oh, yeah, I got this, whatever. Anyway, Adam, what was yours? Come on, give.
I went third, so we'll have Andrew recap.
How about
his
Andrew?
second.
But we all know Andrew's is terrifying, and I was trying to skip it.
Oh, you're scared? My advice scares you?
Well, it's you scare me.
Well, whatever. My advice was simple. Get that Baby Yoda taken off your forehead, turn it into a little reading lamp, a little tasteful reading lamp, and you'll get a skin graft over your forehead, clean slate. No lasers required.
It wasn't that simple. You said cut it off your
okay, however you get it off.
Well, no. You can't change it. You said to cut it off of yourself.
Cut it off or have someone cut it off. I didn't say you had to do it yourself.
Well, I think
have a trusted friend over to cut your Baby Yoda off your forehead. Okay. Hey, bro, you doing anything tonight?
All right. And then Adam's was...
I said there was a woman in your life who ruined your life. Fix her on your body is what I said.
This is fix her on your body.
Air a grievance? I am so upset with the listener polls because I know what's going to win right now. And it's going to be
my lamp.
It's going to be put mega cans on the tattoo.
I don't even know how to get on to Patreon to see these polls.
But you play to the audience, Adam, and that's
maybe. I don't know. I've never seen the audience.
That's what you do, Adam.
That's why they vote. It's like neglected children begging for just a little
audience, and it is
love.
so obvious what
I'm not playing to the audience. I'm playing to our letter writer who's been wronged by a woman.
We don't know that. Do we? Oh, it does say wife.
They were together 20 years and
wife.
said, in my emotional turmoil and angst, I decided to get a tattoo.
All right.
So she's broken, and I say fix her.
All right, it's time to vote.
Well, I don't.
You can't vote for yourself.
Can we edit? She's broken, and I say fix her. Can we edit that out?
I'm sorry that I am on the side of our listeners. That I root for the people.
That's what I'm talking about.
That listen to this podcast.
And
I'm sorry.
This is what I'm talking about.
But in any divorce, I don't need to tell you guys, in any divorce, there's a winner and a loser, and I think this guy wins, and I think his wife is a loser.
That's a pretty regressive attitude.
Can I ask you, Adam, do you think that of my divorce?
No, I think Crystal won.
What would you do if you found out I was the one who wrote
that.
this in, and I just come in with a mural of fucking my ex-wife with huge titties?
I think Crystal's cool enough to be like, that rules. I love this.
Oh, she
Unfortunately,
would not
Ben, you've
love
run
that.
out of big titty real estate on your body.
Some bro realtor. Dude, this is big titty real estate. You need to get in on this.
I had to do it in pieces. I put them in different parts. Of my
See,
body.
now you're on my wavelength, bud.
Yeah, isolated breasts on different parts of your body. I love it.
Okay.
It's her face, but her cans are on my shins.
All right. It's been a disturbing episode. It's
Very
time
disturbing episode.
Yeah, this has truly been troubling.
You get to vote for the little lamp or...
No, I mean, just Adam. I'm not voting for your weird cut it off your body thing. Adam's was at least close to mine. I truly believe, listener, that you should never be ashamed of, unless it's obviously swastikas and you were fucking like it's racist.
That's the memento of their special time together.
A couple SS.
You could turn a swastika
bolts.
into 4 boxes.
It's an
very
SS
easily. That could be 4
skull.
boxes. It could be like a Rubik's Cube. Very quickly,
I
you
think
can fix a swastika.
these are all points in your life, and you collect tattoos to show different periods and moments of growth and change. So I say you keep it and just integrate it into something else. And so Adam is closest to that. So I'm going to pick Adam. Yes. Put some cans on it.
Of course.
Put some cans on it.
Of course
Andrew,
you did.
Andrew, what do you got?
Between you two, I do agree that you leave them on you and, you know, they tell a story. Even my tattoos, which I think are, some of them are goofy. I'm glad I left them on ultimately. So pretty easily, I'm going to vote for Ben.
Oh.
Ben's got my vote.
All right.
Wow. So wait, you voted for me, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew voted for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either make it a tie or you can crown Ben the winner.
Seeing as producer Ron is in Italy, there's no way to break the tie. I don't want to table this. I want to finish the business, and I think Ben and I had the same sentiment, even though I feel I did it better. But I enjoy remembering that memory of Snoop and Michael Moore. I totally forgot about that, and it was wild to witness.
It was...
And
I got to tell people. So we went to this little party, Snoop spinning records at this little.
Not a little party. It's this like lavish.
Well,
Turner
I mean, but it wasn't. But it
party.
wasn't like a big place. Remember, it wasn't like a huge party. There was.
Man, I was drunk. I don't.
It wasn't a big place. It was a small little club, and then I look over, Snoop's spinning records, and I was like, "Wow, that's fucking crazy!" So I'm dancing. We're all having a good time, and then you can just see Michael Moore slowly trying to like shimmy his way into Snoop's periphery, and it was so sad. And then Snoop could have given 2 shits about Michael Moore being there.
You should make a documentary about that.
This whole thing,
this whole incident.
Yeah. What's happening here? I just circled the 2 of them. What's going on with Michael Moore? Michael, can we talk to you? I just try to interview him outside of his house.
So anyway, Ben, I'm giving you the win.
Thank
today.
you so much.
Congratulations.
And thank you.
That moves Ben into a tie for first with me.
Snoop, I'd like to say thank you to Snoop Dogg. I'd like to say thank you to Michael Moore. I'd like to say thank you to our listener. And I'd like to say thank you to Adam because, God damn it, that's a good idea. You know, you can right a lot of wrongs with a tattoo.
You really can.
You know? And there's a part of me that wishes I had done that. You know what I mean?
Let your body be the story that fixes your partner.
Yes.
I think is the lesson.
Those are the lyrics from the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the lesson from today's episode of Advice Fight. Let your body.
That was a
be
Justin
the story that fixes
Timberlake
your partner.
line. It was a line from a JT.
Yeah, it was about Britney, and it was like, ooh,
and now we
drama.
know. And now we know he was the problem in the relationship.
Right. So maybe our letter writer was the problem too, but I don't have time for that. It's the end of the episode.
This was a great episode. Anonymous listener, thank you for chiming in. Thank you for sending that. We appreciate you. We love you.
I think you got some good options here. Good luck with this.
So much to choose from.
And I don't think that tattoo was on your chest. I think it's probably on an arm or a leg. That would be my best guess because chest is not really prominent because you're.
Oh, then I take back my vote. Andrew, you
No.
win.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Could you imagine a huge canned woman on the forearm like his wife? But it was original drawing and then just like an outline of bigger cans was put in. Not even that good. Just like a
different artists.
Yeah. Different
heavy-handed
single line.
artists.
There's no definition to it. It's just
Love it. Still gets my blood
I
going.
love it. I love
Amazing.
it. And she's going to see it and say,
I let him go. I let a good one go.
He sees me for how I honestly always wanted to be seen.
Oh my God.
Oh, I let a good one go.
Great episode, y'all. Thanks for listening. And if you have questions or you want advice, please keep sending them in. We're getting letters. We love it. You can send them to us through our individual social media accounts, or you can send them to questions@advicefight.com or just through the Grolix social media pages. Please send us your letters. We have a couple new ones that came in this week, so there's going to be more to come down the road, guys.
Oh, we don't really know when this is going to air, so it's hard for us to give you specific plugs. But we will say we all have websites. You can go see where we're going. At the end of every month, we have the Grolix live show, the last Saturday of every month at the Bug Theater. So check that out. It's very fun. And we'll throw some upcoming dates in the show notes right now. You'll be able to see all of us.
Yes, and please come down and see us. As always, even though he's not here and he is shirking responsibility right now by leaving us alone.
Gallivanting across the East Coast, going to various Italian bakeries.
It's ridiculous. Big thank you to producer Ron Doyle. How do you say producer in Italian? Produsorio. Prodici. Ron Doyle. As always, big thanks to Mike Henderson and Plan 9 Sound. Check him out. He helps us record all of that footage you see from the live show up on Patreon or on our social media. Huge thank you to Charlie Continental. He plays that theme song. He also played the theme song to those who can't check out his music. He actually has a brand new album that is just all of his solo stuff outside of Spells and other bands he's in. So please check that out. You can follow us everywhere you want at Grolix Comedy. We are on all the meads, the social media feeds. And yeah, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Grolix Saves. What else? What did I miss? What did I miss in that?
Did it all, baby.
Oh, man, it
You did
feels
everything,
good.
man.
See you next
What a
week.
good advice fight. Why don't we take a break? Why don't we go to our own respective little corners? And why don't we draw up what we want our wives to look like?
That's all I'm saying.
Play us out, Charlie.
What an amazing challenge.
I love. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Draw up your ideal wife.
Too much to ask.